What is up, guys? My name is Wenster. Welcome back to The Average Fighter. Today we got yet another discussion video for you. Before we jump into that, guys, hopefully you guys are having a great day whenever and wherever you're watching this from. Also, guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It does help out a lot. We're so close to the goal. We only need a few more subs. Also, when you do subscribe, make sure that you turn on that notification if you're old, if you're new. Also, check out the links down below. They're gonna be the links to all my social media where I be just rambling about random shit. But that is it for the shameless plug. We've all been to a tournament where we felt the crushing feeling of defeat, and we think to ourselves, what exactly we could have done different? Yet we only receive advice from people that were watching the match. At the same time, they were heckling us the whole time. We also try to receive advice from our friends, try to make us feel better after our losses. However, it isn't the best advice, nor is it the best time. So what's the next best step? Coaching? Coaching has always tried to exist in the FGC, and on top of that, there are rules and regulations that one must follow. However, said rules are never fully followed, or TOs don't really care about coaching. There have been situations in tournaments that there was no coaching allowed past a point in the tournament or in a money match. Today, what I want to talk to you guys about is how coaching is utilized in physical sports, other gaming communities, and the FGC, and how we feel about it, and if we should take the same route as they do. My personal thoughts on the matter. The main question today, should there be coaching in FGC events? In this day and age, at least in my book, gaming is considered a career/sport. With that being said, I think we must understand how physical sports utilize coaching to see how we compare. Mostly coaches in that area of sports are the ones that make the plays for the team. A great example is a football coach. They talk to the team or the quarterback to see what's the best options in terms of play, whether they should rush their opponent or if they should take a more defensive option. The same goes for any sport that's team-based, such as baseball and even basketball. Now, if you want to get away from a team-oriented sport, let's compare it to something that's more one-on-one for argument's sake. Boxing is a very brutal and mental sport, yet their coaches remain in their respective corners at all times, yelling and shouting how they should adapt to their opponents even at championship match in the middle of said matches. Should we follow the same path that boxing has laid out? The main point that I'm trying to get across, that a team, or in our case a player, is getting a different point of view that he or she isn't necessarily seeing at the time that could change the outcome of the match. Something that gaming has always tried to prove is their legitimacy as an actual sport. If these big sports can have a coach and still be called a sport and not be looked down upon in their respective communities, even if the person or team is in the finals, Super Bowl, or be it the US Open, should the gaming community or the FGC, to be more specific, do the same? You tell me. Now that we talked about coaching in the realm of sports, let's discuss other gaming communities. League of Legends and Dota are some of the biggest and most popular games in the world, hands down. Naturally, they would also have some of the biggest and most publicized tournaments. With so much at stake, the amount of professionalism that goes into these tournaments is amazing. Even with so much on the line, coaching is allowed at these events regardless where they're at in the bracket. During matches, coaches are not allowed to communicate with the players, only between matches. This is intended to help the players understand what needs to be done, come up with strategies to ensure the victory, and more importantly, to simply help the player make sure that they do not get tilted mid-match and bring back the drive to win. With so much going on at these tournaments, they still draw in a huge amount of people just to watch their favorite players or teams compete at the highest level in those games. Throughout the years, I have been to many FGC tournaments. To name a few: SCR, EVO, my locals, just a few that I've been to. With that being said, I've seen my fair share of people getting tilted at said events. That happens because there is no coaching in the FGC past a point. Every tournament has a different cutoff. However, for the most part, anything past pools, there is absolutely no coaching. On top of that, there have been situations in tournaments live on stream where a player was trying to understand the situation that they're in while his opponent was just waiting to see what's gonna happen next. Then a person tries to come up, cheer their friend up, or give their friend advice. At that moment, the opponent stops any type of coaching that would have happened. While the match is still in pool play, I know that I'm not the only one that has seen this happen. If you watch fighting game tournaments, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if you're into Smash Bros, you know the name Hungry Bucks. I understand that he isn't a fan favorite because of his playstyle, but at EVO 2016, he took an impressive 3rd place in the Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament. However, this was shrouded in coaching controversy. Hungry Bucks had a coach signed to him by his esports team. When the community found this out, they were upset. Now, there was a situation where he was playing in a match in top 16 and received coaching while rules were in place that I brought up from earlier. The community was in shock when this occurred. It felt like he cheated. I understand that rules are in place and they should have followed them, but how did we get here? Did we try to follow other communities' footsteps? Are these rules in place to help anyone outside of the fighting game community, help them understand that, hey, these rules are in place and we want to be taken seriously? I don't have the answer to these questions. Hopefully one day this community come to an agreement on the coaching within tournaments. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I consider video games a career/sport, considering that it takes so much mental strength to reach the highest level. With so much time and effort being put into it, I definitely see it as a job. With that out of the way, I think there should be coaching throughout an entire tournament event. Before you eat me alive, guys, these are my personal opinions on the matter. There is no wrong answer here, just ideas. The reason behind this is that I have entered these events and I felt the feeling of being unable to adapt. Whether it be for my pride, my stubbornness, or my matchup unfamiliarity. Having someone there to help me through my clouded mind, helping me perform at the caliber that got me to this high events would be nice. At the same time, not having a crowd of people looking down at anyone for that matter, just because we have a coach and they helped us clutch out a win. We want to be treated like any other sport and respected in the same aspect. So why not have the same tools that they do? The way coaching should be regulated, in my personal opinion, is that coaches should only be able to talk to the players in between matches, up most 15 seconds. And even then, there should only be one coach throughout the event, and also those specific coaches should not be able to enter the tournament. That way we could prevent any type of nonsense, considering that they are solely there to coach. Do not forget, these are my personal opinions. This is how I feel on the matter. If you feel indifferent about it, let me know in the comments below. But that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Hopefully we feel the same way about coaching. If we didn't, let me know down below how you feel about it and what would you do. I'm also going to leave you with a couple of questions like I do every video. Should coaching be allowed in FGC tournaments? If not, why or why not? Why do you think there isn't any coaching pass pools almost at every single event? Are we on the same playing field as our contemporaries to be even compared? But thank you again, guys, for always supporting me and what we do on this channel. I always like to bring great discussion videos for you guys so we could just talk about it, because that's what I like doing. I like talking, as you could tell. But guys, you know what the fuck it is. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, check out the links so you guys can go follow me on all the social media. My name is Wenster, this is The Average Fighter, and I will check you guys out later.